We're still up on the tripod. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the Ganaraska Trail. Wow, we've got a very macro sky kind of developing. And again, as a photographer, that's a beautiful sky. It's dark, I know. Ooh, it's about 4:30 right now. I set my wake up for 4 o'clock. I've got kind of half of my camp packed up. My sleeping system is all packed, all my electronics are packed, everything. It's just a matter of finishing my breakfast, coffee, oatmeal, and then brushing my teeth, packing up, and heading south on the Ganaraska Trail back to where we started from yesterday, which was actually my house in Wasaga Beach. So I'd messed around a little bit with the numbers. It was 30, 32, 33, 35 kilometers yesterday. When I did the actual final, the distance from my house to the end of the Ganaraska Trail in the tiny section was 33.5 kilometers. And then once I got to the end, I turned around and I hiked 3 kilometers back to where I am right now, which is the tiny beaches. No. It's not called Tiny Beaches here. It's called Balm Beach Road. Here there's a trailhead, but the trailhead has got picnic tables, benches, porta potty, and some really excellent little kind of stealth camping spots, which is what I used last night. So today on my way back, I have about 30 kilometers, not the 33 to do, which will give me actually a total of 66 kilometers for the 2 days. So, again, good morning. When it gets to be a little lighter, I will greet you with a more civilized good morning greeting. But between now and then, I'm going to have my breakfast, get packed up, and hit the trail. Oh, that coffee's good. Good morning again, everybody. Well, it's certainly a little bit lighter now. And we are on the Simcoe County Loop Trail / St. Marie among the Hurons. / Martyr Shrine Pilgrim Trail / Ganaraska Trail heading south. One thing I've noticed about some of the trails, such as the Ganaraska, for instance, and also the Oak Ridges, I noticed, quite often they share trails. Well, most of the time they share with other trails. What's this? Farmers. Oh, farmers, the active environmentalists. Okay. It was a good night at camp last night. Quiet, peaceful. In the early hours of the morning, I don't know what time, but the coyotes started their yapping. But it was short-lived. So yeah, today, as I said, heading south. I'm going to stop at the general store in Wyville, the Jug City. It opens at 7. Right now it's about 6. So I'm going to get a coffee there, and they do like a little banana bread loaf thing. Grab one of those, I think, for a break. Everything goes well. Yesterday we spoke a little bit about the fall I had on the Appalachian in my hip, like fracturing, or airline fracturing my hip. and also my knee, my left knee, my left hip, my right hip, arthritis. Oh God, but I tell you, it is a concern because rapidly, and I do mean rapidly, I am losing the ability to do the things that I always have done, taken for granted, being able to do tasks that I could accomplish, trails that I could through hike, yeah, mountains that I could climb. Wow, at 66, everything seems to be coming to a, I don't know, screeching halt almost. Hence when we were talking yesterday about the upcoming trails, I was thinking about trying to move the West Island Way to September of this year. I mean, I've done the Bruce Trail 5 times, and as much as I love the Bruce, it's great for day, 2 or 3 day hikes, this kind of thing, section hikes, yeah. But to actually through hike it again, I just don't know if I got just the ambition for that, the interest in that is more like it. But anyhow, we'll see. We'll see. But if the last trail, well, if it is the last trail I can do, I'd like to do the West Island Way for sure. But again, we'll see. It's expensive. Flight, over 1,300 Canadian with checked luggage either way. Transat direct flight to Glasgow. Then other transportations and accommodations. Expenses on the hike itself. It's going to cost. I'm going to throw it down to about 2,500 Canadian dollars. That'll be a 2-week time in Scotland. 6 days maybe. I don't know, 6 or 7 days for the actual hike. I did think originally about about yo-yoing that trail. I would like to do that. I don't actually think I could do it in 2 weeks. Possibly, but with the traveling back and forth from the airport and so on, Mulgar, I just don't know. I don't think so. Then of course there's the possibility of, if we get the right weather, for summiting Ben Nevis, or at least attempting that UK's highest mountain, which is right up Fort William, the end of the West Island Way Trail. That would be pretty good to be able to do that, put that in the portfolio. UK's highest mountain summiting. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see what comes next. Okay, let's push on to Wyo, to our first break spot of the day, and have a cup of coffee. Of course, you know, this morning in the dark, 4:30ish, we had our coffee and oatmeal, but by the time we get to Wyville, that'll be 2.5 hours ago. Okay, let's get at it. Sunrise across the cornfield. Isn't that beautiful? Don't know how well the GoPro will capture that sunrise, that mackerel sky, and the cornfield in the foreground. Oh well. Walking down the side, County Road 6. It's quite busy on a morning. I guess people going to work. But this trail is beautiful, there's no doubt about that. Well, it's about 5 minutes to 7 a.m. of course. And I think we're about, well, maybe 10 minutes. Oh, I don't know. Not far, let's say not far from the Wyville General Store, or the Jug City, for our first break of the day. So that will be fine. And that means we'll have, at that point, once we get to the general store, we'll have 7 kilometers in so far for the day, for the morning. So that's fine too. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think, oh yeah, I can see the mailboxes way in the distance on the left. So yeah, 10 minutes we'll be at the store. It'll be open. Coffee and a banana bread maybe. I don't think they actually do a breakfast sandwich, otherwise I'd get one if they did. I don't want to make the mistake we did yesterday and get a tuna sandwich by mistake. We don't want to do that again. Okay. Let's go to the general store. So we're back at the general store, or the Jug City. These are these little banana loaves that I was telling you about, and they're pretty good. Of course, I got my coffee, and once again, that's where we are. Wyville Jug City. They open at 7 a.m. Weekdays till I think 8 p.m. So if you're hiking through here, it is a great place to stop. 14 degrees Celsius. And just across, I'll show you if I can, just across the way there's mailboxes, there's lots of parking, there's picnic tables and grass. Great place. And there's porta potties. So it's actually a good place for a break time. And I'm gonna have mine right now. Looking ahead of me, the sky is really developing into an ominous kind of gray, heavy, well, rain, thunderstorm kind of sky. Now, yesterday the weatherman was forecasting a sunny day today, but I don't know. No, it's just a little something passing through or something developing. Anyhow, we are off the rail trail. Oh yeah, we're now pushing towards the Tiny Marsh wetlands again, down that country road that was lined with the 8 feet tall corn stalks. Like right there, see them through the bushes, the corn stalks. Oh yeah. Harvest season is coming. We have corn and apples, and we haven't had for about 6 weeks. There's been no cabbage in the stores. I love cabbage. I've been eating frozen vegetables. The beans, the different kind of beans, like the green beans, yellow beans, frozen with the carrot blend. I've been eating a lot of those, a lot of salad, a lot of romaine lettuce and spinach. No cabbage. Yeah, don't know why. Well, must be just the season, but we're going to be getting our Ontario cabbages soon. Now we're into August, 2nd of August today. Day goes well. Oh yeah, we are doing just fine on our 2-day hike of the Ganaraska Trail. Would I do this hike again? Yes, I certainly would. But what I would do is I'd just go up to the Palm Beach Road. I wouldn't necessarily do the extra 3 kilometers to the end of the Ganaraska Trail. Wouldn't need to. Still 30-kilometer hike, 60-kilometer round, going to the Palm Beach Road. And we know we can camp there, we know we can tent there. Oh, bugs. Okay, let's push into the Tiny Marsh wetland. When we get to the other side, where the pavilion is, that'll be about time then for our next break. Cup of coffee maybe. See what we're gonna have there. But we got a little ways to go first. We gotta get through the marshland. Okay, let's keep pushing. So just for fun, behind me, where we're looking now, the Ganaraska made a right turn. However, there's basically a blue blaze trail that also goes back to the Tiny Marsh Pavilion, but taking a different route. Not sure if it's shorter, longer, or the same. Didn't really look that closely, but I thought I would take it just for a little bit of different from what we did yesterday. So, hey, once again, we're in unfamiliar territory. A trail we've never hiked before. Now that's exciting. Well, okay. Let's explore. Let's see what's out there. I feel like Captain Picard. Engage. Well, as we progress along our unexplored trail, we come to kind of a narrow, single file, tall grass, thigh-high grass trail, wet from the morning dew, but that's okay. One thing about Ultra footwear, and on this particular hike we're using the Ultra Superiors. One thing about Ultra footwear, one of their claims to fame, super fast drying. They do. It's amazing. Oh yeah. That's the only drawback for the ASIC Gel Venture 7s. Oh, those damn bugs, which I like so much, are so very comfortable. But once they're wet, they stay wet for a long time, days. But these, all the Ultra footwear, my Lone Peaks, my Superiors, my Olympus, dry very quickly. So there is our Blue Blaze. So yes, we said it looked like a Blue Blaze trail on the map, and it certainly is, because there's our Blue Blaze right there. Okay. Whew. Beautiful view just across the marshland. Let's keep pushing on. I can feel that coffee break coming. Just look at that trail ahead of us. Isn't that pretty? Oh my. Just ahead of me, a couple of 100 yards down the trail, the Tiny Marsh Pavilion. Yep, break time. Maybe a coffee. Oh, maybe a hot chocolate. I have one pouch. I brought 2 pouches. I had one last night. Maybe I'll have a hot chocolate here. That might be nice. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a hot chocolate and maybe some goldfish. I think I have some goldfish left. Do goldfish go with hot chocolate, or is that more of a coffee thing? Oh, being a Virgo is difficult because when you have 2 things to choose from, you're totally lost. Can't make a decision to save your life. So if I just had, say, coffee, I'd have coffee. If I just had hot chocolate, well, I'd have hot chocolate. But I have both. And that's where lies the dilemma. Okay. I'm going to enjoy a break. Legs are aching. From here, it's about 12 kilometers back to where I started. We're actually doing really well. We've been pushing today, that's for sure. Okay, break time. Well, my break was probably 20 minutes longer than I expected it to be. But I met a gentleman, a wildlife photographer, called Dave. And he's working with his first mirrorless camera, Canon mirrorless. He bought it just a month ago, so he's still working with it. But we chatted, and we chatted, and we chatted. One of the things I did, and I'm sure you guys have mentioned it before, you'll know this if you follow my channel, but one of the things I did for several years in my working career was a professional photographer, formally trained at Georgian College. I did weddings, landscape, real estate, product, architectural photography, and so on. But yeah, so I just love talking about photography. And I was building a reasonably successful photography channel. But I ended up losing access to that channel when I changed phone numbers. Just last year, or the year before, whenever it was last year. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. When I came back off the Appalachian Trail. But I have been thinking about creating a new photography channel, because I do enjoy, even though I'm retired now, I still enjoy photography. Anyhow, so I'd mentioned that. Whew. We are back to the gravel road walk that's then going to take us to the last forest section, through the forest section, and back to the sand dunes of Woodland, and then Wasaga Beach. So yeah, we're doing fine. Not sure what all this grey is about today though. Weatherman said it was supposed to be sunny all day, but I haven't checked the weather since yesterday morning. Okay, let's get to it. Into the forest we go for the last time on this particular hike. The next 2 kilometers or so, 2.5 kilometers, through the forest, through the swamps. It was muddy yesterday when I came through there. And then out to the sand dunes. Oh yeah. Getting it done. Hammer down. And with the magic of television, poof, just like that, we're out of the forest. Just at the end of the street, we're going to make a left turn. When we make that left turn, we'll also be out of the tiny section of the Ganaraska Trail, and we'll be entering the Wasaga section. All right. Oh yeah, one step at a time. The bugs in the forest we just left, absolutely horrendous. You didn't want to stop for anything. Been pushing hard today. I just got back on the road that takes me back to my house. Not far from here. 20 minutes, if that. We're going to bring this video to an end at this point. If you like what we're doing, subscribe, share, comment, ask a question. and we will get back to you. Hey, again, thank you so much for joining me on this 2-day adventure on the Ganaraska Trail. And we will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.